Hi friends, I welcome you all to today's discussion with regard to finance related current affairs for upcoming RBI Grade B examination. And the topic which we are going to decode today in the form of MCQs is the framework for authorization of Pan India umbrella entity for retail payments. So friends, this is the notification which has been issued by RBI in this regard. RBI has come up with the framework for authorizing pan-India umbrella entities which can operate retail payments. Earlier, the draft framework was put in place on the RBI's website. Now the framework has been finalized and has been put on the RBI's website. So friends, now let's start discussion on some of the important MCQ. So let's start with the first question. Reserve Bank of India, RBI, released the final framework for authorization of a new umbrella entity for retail payments for setting up of entities with powers similar to. Options are National Payments Corporation of India, non-banking finance companies, National Automated Clearing House, Reserve Bank of India, or none of the above. So friends, Reserve Bank of India recently released the final framework for authorization of a new umbrella entity for retail payments following the draft which was released on 10th of February. So now the final framework is in place. RBI has opened the application window so that the companies which wish to set up an umbrella entity for owning and operating a pan-India payments body with powers similar to National Payments Corporation of India. Now you must already be aware about National Payment Corporation of India, the contribution it is making towards the retail payment scenario in India. Now more such entities are going to be there in the future. Application window is open and the interested candidates, they can submit an application to RBI. Now you and me, we cannot submit an application to RBI because there is a stringent criteria is in place, and we are going to talk about this in the coming slides as well. So at present, only National Payments Corporation of India, a not-for-profit company, is performing this role, and in future more entities, they are going to be performing this particular role. So friends, based on our discussion on the previous slide, now we can easily answer this one, that the answer is going to be option number 1, National Payments Corporation of India. New retail entities similar to this National Payment Corporation of India are going to be set up by the RBI. Next question. Reserve Bank of India released the final framework for authorization of a new umbrella entity for retail payments. The eligibility criteria for such an entity demands that such entity shall be. Options are company incorporated in India and not-for-profit company, company incorporated in India and for-profit company, company incorporated in India and for-profit or not-for-profit company, company incorporated in India or outside India and not-for-profit company, or none of the above. So my dear friends, what is the eligibility criteria which has been set up by RBI so that you can enroll yourself as an umbrella entity for operating the payment systems with regard to retail payments? So the eligibility criteria reads that such entity shall be a company incorporated in India under the Companies Act. So it cannot be a company incorporated outside India, and it may be a for-profit or a Section 8 company as may be decided by it. Now a Section 8 company is a not-for-profit company. So company should be an Indian company. It may be made for profit purpose or for non-profit purpose. The umbrella entity shall be a company authorized by Reserve Bank of India under Section 4 of the Payment and Settlement Systems Act of 2007. So it has to obtain RBI authorization, and it shall also be governed by the provisions of the Payment and Settlement Systems Act and other relevant statutes and directives, prudential regulations, guidelines, and instructions which are in place for such entities. All entities eligible to apply as promoter or promoter group of the umbrella entity shall be owned and controlled by the resident Indian citizens with 3 years experience in the payment ecosystem as payment system operator, payment service provider, technology service provider. So it has been specified that the persons who wish to set up this umbrella entity, they should be resident Indian citizens and they should have a 3-year experience in this payment ecosystem space. They may be affiliated with any debit card system, any internet banking system, but they should have this 3 years experience in the payment ecosystem space. So friends, as we've discussed the eligibility criteria on the previous slide, we have learned that for being eligible to become this umbrella entity, the company should be Indian company and it can be either for profit or Section 8 not for profit company. So clearly the answer is going to be option number C. Next question. Reserve Bank of India released the final framework for authorization of a new umbrella entity for retail payments. As per the framework, the umbrella entity shall have a minimum paid up capital of. Options are 200 crore, 300 crore, 400 crore, 500 crore, or none of the above. So now let's talk about the eligibility criteria with regard to the capital or the finance requirements for setting up this umbrella entity. So if you are setting up this umbrella entity, which is going to deal with the retail payments, then you will need lots of money to set up this entity. So the notification states that umbrella entity shall have a minimum paid up capital of rupees 500 crore. No single promoter or promoter group shall have more than 40% investment in the capital of the umbrella entity. So no one person can control this umbrella entity. There should be at least 2 or 3 persons, at least 3 persons have to be there to set up this umbrella entity. And the promoter groups shall upfront demonstrate the capital contribution of not less than 10%. That is of 500 crore, at least 10% has to be shown at the time of making the application for setting up this umbrella entity. And the balance capital, it shall be secured at the time of commencement of the business operations. Further, the promoter or the promoter group shareholding can be diluted. So it has to start with, it can start with 40%, but it can be diluted to a minimum of 25% after 5 years from the commencement of the business of the umbrella entity. But a minimum net worth of rupees 300 crore, it has to be maintained at all times. So friends, based on our discussion on the previous slide, we have learned that the umbrella entity shall have a minimum paid up capital of 500 crore. So the answer to this question is going to be option number D. Next question. Reserve Bank of India released the final framework for authorization of a new umbrella entity for retail payments. As per the framework, the umbrella entity shall carry out which of the following activities? Options are set up, manage and operate new payment systems in the retail space, take care of developmental objectives like enhancement of awareness about the payment systems, operate clearing and settlement systems for participating banks and non-banks, all of the above or none of the above. Now let's talk about the scope of activities of the umbrella entity. So the activities that can be carried out or that are going to be carried out by this umbrella entity for retail space, they include to set up, manage and operate new payment systems in the retail space comprising of but not limited to ATMs, white label, point of sale transactions, Aadhaar based payments, remittance services, new payment methods, standards, technologies, monitor related issues in the country and internationally, take care of developmental objectives like enhancement of awareness about the payment system. So basically these are very general points which are mentioned here. Operate clearing and settlement systems for participating banks and non-banks. So it may come up with this settlement system for the banks which are participating in the retail space, and then again identify and manage relevant risks such as settlement, credit, liquidity and operational, and preserve the integrity of the system, monitor retail payment system developments and related issues in the country and internationally to avoid shocks, frauds and contagions that may adversely affect the system and or the economy in general. So these are very general points which are mentioned here. Now other activities they include fulfill its policy objectives and ensure that the principles of fairness, equity and competitive neutrality they are applied in determining participation in the system. So it has to act fairly to carry on any other business as suitable to further strengthen the retail payment ecosystem in the country, and it is also expected to interact and to be interoperable with other retail payment systems to the extent possible with the systems operated by the NPCI. CI. So whatever payment system it brings into place, it has to be interoperable. It should be operated easily with the NPCI system as well. Both should be interoperable. One can be used in place of the another. The umbrella entity may be permitted to participate in Reserve Bank's payment and settlement system, including having a current account with RBI if required. So my dear friends, as per our discussion pertaining to the scope of activities to be carried out by this umbrella entity for retail payments, we have seen that all of these activities, they are to be carried out. So clearly the answer is going to be option number D, all of the above. Next question. Reserve Bank of India released the final framework for authorization of a new umbrella entity for retail payments. As per the framework, the umbrella entity shall submit the application to RBI for becoming an umbrella entity till the close of business hours on. Options are 1st January 2021, 26th February 2021, 31st March 2021, 30th June 2021, or none of the above. Now let's talk about the procedure for application. Now the application for becoming the umbrella entity, it has to be submitted in an envelope, superscribed application for umbrella entity, and this is to be addressed to Chief General Manager, Department of Payment and Settlement System, Central Office, Reserve Bank of India, and it has to be submitted in the prescribed form till the close of business hours on February 26, 2021. So this is the due date by which the application is to be submitted. So friends, as per our discussion on the previous slide, we can easily answer that the umbrella entity has to submit the application to RBI for becoming an umbrella entity till 26th February 2021. So the answer is going to be option number B. So here we end this session. Thank you friends for watching this video and stay tuned for more updates.